Ten,
Stand by
nine,
to take studio.
7, 6,
Stand by
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of MCTV News. I'm your host, Avery Pelletier.
And I'm Elizabeth Nelson. On today's show, I'll bring you a report on our Morinville Locals Farmers Market. Damian Williams will be giving us an inside look into MCHS's 10, 20, 30 art courses. A special report brought to us from the 2022 MCTV 9 class, John Lamontagne brings us a report on Shortek systems. Mark Allado brings us into the world of urban agriculture. And lastly, Bree Farough gives us an inside look into MCHS's Crochet Club. But first, here's our top story.
Sunny days are upon us once again, and with them comes the return of the Morinville Farmers Market, a place where you can purchase everything from homemade pickles to 3D printed toys. The market is held every Sunday from 11 to 3 and is an excellent chance to support local vendors. Elizabeth Nelson brings us this report.
The Morinville Farmers Market is an event each Sunday during the spring and summer seasons. The market has fostered and inspired creativity amongst locals, allowing people around the Morinville area to sell their products. Each Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Rendezvous Center on 104th Street, this market brings roughly 60 local vendors selling various products from baked goods to garden plants. Vendors during the market express their liking for the market because of the regional consumers and the local vendors, as it fosters a sense of community.
This is my first time and I'm absolutely loving it. I love the organization, I love the people, everybody's being very friendly and good to work with.
This is actually my third season here. I absolutely love coming here. I love the people, I love the vendors, and it's just a great place to come and spend the day.
It's great. All of the vendors are really, really wonderful to deal with. We all kind of look out for each other and we support each other. It's a really nice community.
The Morinville Farmers Market has existed for roughly 20 years and is always surprising local shoppers with its variety and diversity of products. Many say as they've returned to the market, they have felt a sense of unity within the Morinville community as they are constantly seeing familiar faces and creating new relationships with fellow local businesses.
It creates trust within the people, so it creates trust that what you bring is good products, and the friendships that you can make here, it looks like it's friendship that can last and be able to work together in one way or another.
It really just brings people together because you're doing small businesses, you're supporting people in your community, and then you're getting your image out there. It's nice because we're not from Morinville, so coming in and then everyone from Morinville being so welcoming and making us feel like we are from here is really nice, and being able to bring more people in as well, I think, like that.
The Morinville Farmers Market is a weekly event that is known for strengthening our Morinville community by hosting roughly 600 local customers each week. The market offers a diverse amount of products for reasonable prices alongside supporting local small businesses. Be sure to come visit the market from May 5th to October 6th on Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. to come and celebrate some of our local businesses. This is Elizabeth Nelson reporting for MCTV News. The weather can't seem to decide whether it's happy or sad with our influx of rainy and sunny days. Here to bring us all the information on our upcoming forecast is Weston Stevenson.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Let's look at Canada's forecast. Up here in Whitehorse, it is 13 degrees. Vancouver's a nice 16. Up in Yellowknife, it looks like a mix of sun and clouds, and it's also 16. Regina, a little bit of rain with 15 degrees. Winnipeg, 20 degrees. Montreal looks like it's 32 degrees. St. John's, 10 degrees. And Toronto looks like it's 26 degrees. Let's look at the map of Alberta. High level looks like it's thunderstorms with 16 degrees. Fort McMurray is rainy with 12 degrees. Grand Prairie looks like it's 17 degrees. Edmonton is sun and cloud. Jasper is 15 degrees with clouds and sun. Same with Banff, but 13 degrees. Red Deer is 20 degrees. Calgary is 19, and Medicine Hat the same, but with 22. Let's look at our current conditions. It looks like it is 16 degrees today. Wind is 31 northwest kilometers an hour. The relative humidity is 63. Sunrise is at 5:07. Sunset's going to be at 10. Let's look at our weekly forecast. Thursday is a high of 18 with 8 degrees at the night. Same with the rest. Wednesday looks like it's one of the warmer, same with Tuesday and Thursday. Back to you.
Thanks, Weston. The art courses at MCHS are beloved by the students as it encourages them to explore their own creativity by illustrating a variety of topics with endless selection of mediums. Here to bring us all the insight on the 10, 20, 30 art courses is Damian Williams.
For today, I'm going to be diving into the world of art, where students express their creativity through the use of colors and a sheet of paper. And, with the help of their art teacher, I'll be asking why students find this class enjoyable.
I think for students, it gives them an opportunity to creatively solve problems rather than just writing out thoughts and using language. It's a visual language. So
First, I asked students about what projects they had worked on in art classes here.
doing sketchbooks. We've also been doing the mask project, and we created folders to keep our artwork in.
In art class, I've completed a variety of projects. I've done drawing with pencils, I've done charcoal, I've done watercolor, and I've done acrylic paintings.
I also was curious about which project was most students' favorite.
Art 10, we did an art history project, and I chose this German artist, and it was this lady in a green jacket, and it was an acrylic painting, and I loved it so much. It was so much fun. I loved doing the research on it and the history about it, but then I also loved painting it. It was just so fun to see the strategies that they used to make the paintings versus the strategies I used to make the paintings to make it my own.
My favorite project was definitely the mask project. I thought it was really fun to work with my hands and do a really hands-on project.
In art class, your work really depends on you and your own motivation. So, for example, I had art first block in semester 1, and sometimes I'd sleep through art.
I then asked what students liked about art class, and here are the different responses that they gave.
Class that it's an opportunity to be creative and to talk with my friends and listen to music, and it's a really relaxed class.
But if I slept through art, I knew that I could make it up during lunch to complete my projects a different time. And I just felt like that kind of flexibility and being able to take charge of my own work was really helpful and really helped me excel in Art 10.
And finally, to see how the art program as a whole is doing, I asked if they would recommend this class to their friends.
Yeah, I definitely would. I think it's lots of fun, and it's a really unique class compared to other options that you can take.
Absolutely recommend art to other students. I feel like it's such a creative liberty. You can come in and you can work and you can stick your music in your ears and you can just go ham for an hour and a half. And I just think it's so fun to have that kind of freedom and expression.
This was my report on the MCHS Art Room. This is Damian Williams from MCTV, signing out.
Here are your school announcements for Wednesday, June 5th. Have you signed up for the Work Experience program this summer? If so, please ensure that you complete and hand in your booklet to Mr. Lassard as soon as possible for your registration to be complete. This July, the 3rd annual Teepee Summit is being held for First Nations youth in Alberta. This important assembly will take place from July 19th to 31st, and registration is free. Please see Mrs. Connell for additional information and a registration sheet for this one-of-a-kind event. Think you might be interested in a career as a Fish and Wildlife Officer? The Wonder Warden Summer Camp is being held this August 20th to 22nd and is geared to inspire and educate young women aged 16 to 18 about possible jobs with Alberta Fish and Wildlife. If you're interested, please see Student Services for more information. Free tickets are available to attend Canada's largest gaming convention, GameCon, on June 16th at the Edmonton Expo Centre. If you're interested in attending, please see Mr. P in room 109. Final exams are fast approaching. The last day of regular classes will be on Friday, June 14th. Please check the school's website or with your subject teachers to confirm where and when you'll sit your exams. For these and all other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements, logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville.
Up next is a special report from last year's Semester 1 MCTV 9 class, where one of our grade 9 students, John Lamontagne, brings us over to Shortek Systems to give us an inside look into the company and what they do.
On November 25th, near Redwater, Alberta, is the Shortek Systems shop. I got to interview the owner of Shortek Systems and ask him about what is Shortek.
Shortek is a shoring company that has a patented product.
Now I asked the workers at Shortek, what is their position here?
I'm equipment operator. I install all screw piles that are for the shoring.
I'm the shop foreman here at Shortek.
Welder. I'm a journeyman welder here.
I asked them what is their key responsibilities to their position.
Key responsibility here is being safe for my co-workers and not creating any incidents.
Making sure all the piles and all the walls get welded so the workers are safe.
Making sure my guys are safe doing what they need to do and keeping them working.
I have to fabricate and weld all the products for the company.
Now I asked them what is one challenge they regularly face in their job.
Safety, co-workers, not to injure anyone on site.
Dealing with Alex.
That would be weather. Weather seems to hold us back quite a bit.
Looking for tools.
Now I asked how many years have they been with Shortek for?
I've been with Shortek since a startup of the company, which is basically 3 years now.
Approximately a year.
I've been here for 2.5 years.
I worked here for about a year and a half now.
I've had it for about 4 years.
Now I asked them what is their favorite part about working here at Shortek.
The crew, and I like to have fun when I'm at work, but safe fun.
I'd say probably the guys. And then just the atmosphere is pretty sweet.
It's got to be the group of guys. It's a lot of fun.
I work with some really good people.
My favorite part about Shortek is the people we work with. We have really great staff, and it's providing a safe working environment for the people doing the work underground.
After learning about Shortek and what they do, I think their employees are hard workers and they do their jobs right. For MCTV News, John Lamontagne reporting.
Welcome back. Up next, with all of the recent sports updates within the NHL, NBA, and MLB, is our very own sports expert, Mark Allado, who is here to bring us all of the exhilarating details of these games.
Thanks, Liz. In the NHL, there was no action last night as we await the Stanley Cup Finals between the Edmonton Oilers and Florida Panthers. The first game begins this Saturday, June 8th. In the NBA, the finals start tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. with the Dallas Mavericks squaring off against the Celtics in Boston. In the MLB, the Baltimore Orioles pounded the Toronto Blue Jays 7-2. The Milwaukee Brewers had suffered a loss against the Phillies 1-2. Pittsburgh Pirates defeated the LA Dodgers 1-0. The Mets beat the Washington Nationals with a double score of 6-3. And lastly, the Detroit Tigers swept the Texas Rangers 3-1. Coming up next, I'll be bringing you a report on our very own urban agriculture class guided by the teacher, Miss Turner. Stay tuned as we explore what students learn, how it helps them in the future, and what they find enjoyable about this class.
Welcome to a look into urban agriculture, where every question helps us understand why students and teachers are passionate about this subject.
The intention is supposed to be like a farm-to-table idea, so we visit local businesses and farms, and they teach us all their knowledge so that we can learn where our food comes from, and then we're doing a ton of gardening so they can grow their own food.
Finding out what students like most about this class isn't just about their preferences. It's about getting to the heart of why they enjoy it. Was it because they were genuinely interested or because their friends were?
Well, my sister did this class when she went here, and she recommended it to me, and I tried it, and it was pretty fun.
I needed credits, but honestly, it's actually really fun. Like, I'm really enjoying it. Okay. Yeah.
Looking ahead, what good things can students get from taking this class all through high school? How does it help them make a difference in their communities and beyond?
The intention is farm to table. It's important to know where we get our food from and the capability to be able to do it yourself, especially in the world we live in, the whole organics.
As we dive deeper, others might want to know, What do students enjoy the most about this class?
We got bacon not long ago. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty fun. We cooked bacon. We butchered a whole pig and we smoked the meat.
Well, this class, I enjoy that we get to go outside and that we get to go on field trips to different places. The butchering the pig was pretty fun, even though I didn't do it.
And to end things off, would students tell others to take this class next year?
Yeah, it's chill. Because it's fun. You know your garden? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a pretty fun class. You get to learn a lot. There's a lot of different skills that you learn. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this journey through urban agriculture. Each question helps us see why learning about sustainability is so important. This is Mark Allado from MCTV News, signing out.
Welcome back. Graduation season is upon us, and students and teachers alike are busy making the preparations for the June 22nd ceremony. Here with us in studio today is Schmode, MCHS teacher and grad organizer extraordinaire, here to chat all about the preparations as well as how MCHS has been making these last few weeks extra special for our graduating class. Thank you for joining us today, Ms. Schmode.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. It's very intimidating, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm not so scary, so I think we'll be all good. So my first question, nice and easy, is just what can grads and attendees expect on the day of grad? You know, where is it, when is it, what's happening?
Our grad this year is on Saturday, June 22nd. It's at the Winspear Center in Edmonton, Alberta, so just downtown. That grad will start, the doors will open at 1 p.m. So attendees can come at 1 p.m. We're gonna have some small appetizers and snacks, some like charcuterie, cheeses, small desserts. At 1:30, the doors do open for people to enter into the seating area. We don't do arranged seating when you buy your tickets. It's just first come, first serve. So at 1:30, the attendees can go in to start the ceremony, and then the grads will go and move to the back room. We get them set up with their gowns and we line them up. At 2 o'clock sharp, we have them process into the ceremony and then we start it. We always start with Mass. We're a Catholic school, so we start with a small liturgy and then we move directly into our convocation. The convocation has speeches, it has our valedictorian talking, it'll have speeches towards the teachers and the parents. And then at the end of the ceremony, of course, all the grads got to walk the stage and get their diplomas.
Perfect. Thank you for giving us that little outline. So then, in planning a day like that, there's so many things going on. There's so many different speakers, and you know, all sorts of stuff to organize. So what kind of stuff goes on behind the scenes to organize a graduation ceremony?
There's a lot of behind the scenes for grad, and I didn't realize it until I started to help plan for the graduation. It's everything from making sure that we have a caterer ready and they are prepared to help us on June 22nd, but then later on we have to confirm our numbers because we don't know it right away. It's making sure that we have the speeches and who wants to perform, so we hold auditions for that. We make sure that we have our decor ready, so it's changing out all of the 3s from last year and putting them to 4s this year for the class of 2024. It's making sure we order the decor, have them set up. And then of course there's things like the programs, making sure that the music is set up so that it all runs smoothly. So there's a lot of different moving parts that go into it. It's fun and it takes a lot of people to all put together.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So then moving on to something that's a little more, it's less about the day itself, but leading up to grad, we have Grad Week and all the different theme days and events. So how has participation for Grad Week been? And also, do you have a favorite little theme or activity we've done for that so far?
Yeah, this year has been a little less participation than previous years. I think this grad class will be the first to tell you that they don't really love to participate as much, but we have had a bit of a better turnout than we thought. So we didn't think we would have as many, and we've had more than we anticipated. One of my favorite themes this year is always country versus country club. So you can dress up either Western or you can dress up like you're going to play tennis or golf. That one's always fun because we get to do a barbecue outside with the kids. We all just hang out, students and staff, chat. There's some country music playing and we just all get to kind of mingle before those last final weeks. So that one's fun. One that I was surprised to really enjoy was dress up as your first day of kindergarten. So the kids got to dress up like they did on their first day of kindergarten, and we played elementary games like the parachute game or freeze tag. And the kids, the grads, had such a blast just being able to be kids again. So that was really fun to see.
It's definitely been fun to see, just from an outside perspective, you guys doing all your little dress-up days and stuff.
And that's what we hope for the future years, like the grade 9s to 11s, to see that it's fun to participate. Because it's always that nerves of, should I participate, or people are going to think that it's weird that I'm dressing up. But when they see the grade 12s are having so much fun, they get excited for when it's their turn.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. And then my next question is there anything that's sort of difficult about organizing a grad ceremony or just grad events in general?
For the grad events, it's just making sure we get the participation of the students. In terms of the ceremony, it's just there's so many different moving parts, and there's so many different opinions on what grad should look like. And so it's us trying to manage expectations, but also put everyone's different ideas of grad and ideas for what the day should look like all together to be cohesive. So that's probably the challenge, is the different moving parts, and then making sure that everyone is happy with the day, because it is such a great celebration that we get to have, and it's such an accomplishment after so many years of school for students and families. So we want to make sure that everyone enjoys that day.
That's understandable with it being such a big day, but I'm sure it'll all come together great.
Yes, yeah.
And then my final question is, do you have any parting words for our seniors who are going to be leaving this year? I know grad can be sort of a bittersweet thing, so is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Yeah, I'd first tell them, like, thanks for the memories and the laughs. There's been so many times, like whether it was Bio 20 last year or Science 30 this year, that I've just been able to laugh with this grad class about something that they've said or done or a story that they're telling. And then I would also just encourage them in life just to be where your feet are. I think right now we kind of have a bit of a problem of looking through that little rectangle and focusing too much on things that are in front of us and not making connections with the people around us. So I'd really encourage them to like live in the moment. I think too, we always try to capture it instead of just live in that moment, because we want to make sure we can remember it. So I just tell them to look up and be where their feet are and enjoy life, because it passes pretty quickly.
Some great advice.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming and doing this interview with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. Coming up next, a report on a new addition to MCHS's list of extracurricular activities, the Crochet and Knit Club. Led by wellness coach Marina Cassavant, this club is open to students of all skill levels looking to try out the fiber arts and connect with others who share the same interest. Brianna Farough brings us into the loop.
Among the many clubs and gatherings among MCHS, the Small Crochet Club offers a place for students to learn how to make their own little projects and provides a quiet space for experienced crocheters to work on their creations. Students here are provided with yarn, needles, and other packages required with no cost, and gives students a risk-free opportunity to try their hand at a new skill.
So Crochet Club is just kind of a time for people who really want to learn how to crochet but maybe haven't had the time or don't really know where to start to come in and just start learning some of the basics, like basic stitches, how to make like a washcloth, but as well for like people who know how to crochet and knit already. If they want a safe space to just come work on their work, to ask for feedback, to find good patterns, and they can also come and collaborate and, you know, show people what they're currently working on and their current projects.
This club gathers once weekly and is led by G Sacred Voice representative Marina Cassavant, who took note of some students' interest in learning to crochet. It also encourages skills such as hand-eye coordination and fine motor skills. The club has been well received among its members, who enjoy the quiet space and Marina's help.
I like getting to do like new projects every week and just learning something new, because with crocheting there's always new stitches that you can learn. It's pretty much endless. There's always newcomers every week, and then we're always just learning something new or working on projects that we've already done. It's just so much fun. Like, it's like my favorite part of the week.
While the club is small now, it is always open to students interested in joining. Whether you're new to crochet, want a quiet place to work on your own projects, or want to help others start crocheting, the doors of room 104 are always open on Thursdays after school.
Club is available to any student in the building. I've even joked with staff, I was like, you should just come and learn. So really anyone that has a desire to crochet, or anyone that already does crochet or knit and just wants like a cool place to do so in. And if you want to know more, I do have posters around the school with some information about like what time the club runs and where it runs, but you can also email me or come talk to me. I'm happy to talk to you about more information about the club and what it involves. So
For MCTV News, this is Brianna Farough.
And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Join us on Wednesday, June 12th for the Season 30 finale, where we will be bringing you pieces on a community fashion show, MCHS's office, Howell's Lunch, local business Completely Clean Inc., and more. As well, keep your eyes peeled for a cameo from some very special MCTV crew members who will be making a return for our final episode of the season. All this along with your weekly weather update, announcements, and sports briefs coming to you next Wednesday. So, exams are coming up. How are you feeling?
A little nervous. I have science and math this semester, so it's like a double whammy.
Yeah, I get that. I had that last year. I had the both my humanities in the same semester, and it can be a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. You feeling confident though? I think.
I'm feeling confident in my French final. I think I'll do good.
That's good.
One. Yeah. From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Elizabeth Nelson.
And I'm Avery Pelletier. Thanks for tuning in.